Hi, my name is Carmina Masoliver and I'm going to be giving you some poetry as part of Lambeth Country Show. And I'm going to start off with an extract from a long form poem called Circles, which was inspired by Sarah Kane's 448 Psychosis, and it's been published by Burning Eye Books. Yeah. And yeah, so I'm just going to read the first part of it, and it was a piece that I wrote quite a while back as part of a project with Apples and Snakes with Malika Booker, who has provided a really nice comment on the back of the book as well. And as I'm reading, I hope it won't be too disturbing to hear a bit of traffic, some sirens, which we can kind of imagine in this live recording is part of the normal outdoor festival vibe, and yeah, instead of being all in our bedrooms this year. But yeah, I'm really pleased to be part of this year's show, and I really hope to come again when we can all be there in person. So yes, this is an extract from Circles. I could fall in love again. I could do this all over again. But what does it matter? What does it matter when I love her? My face cold and pale, I levitate above my bed to feel the empty space around me. Why do I always see you when I'm ill? I close my eyes and I feel the faint warmth of your body like fever. I have met strangers sat on fences. They claimed to love me, but I just blew them away with the smoke from my cigarette. I ran away into the shower and it sang to me and then laughed at me as it took away the water. And I joined in, because there's not much else you can do when a showerhead is mocking you in your nakedness. I am water. As I wash my hair, it hangs down and drip, drip, drips, and I become soluble in the room, which is all dripping. The mirrors crash to the ground like sea waves hitting sandy bays. You left me. You left me standing in a tangle of long grass, so far away and small. I will become a simple strand of grass blowing in the wind like thin glass mirrors of green reflecting one another. I blend into insignificance. So that was a book published by Burning Eye Books, Circles, and I'm now going to read a couple of poems from my nasty little intro book. So the first book's available from the Burning Eye Books website. It's also, all of my books that I'm going to be dipping in and out of today are from are available from my own Big Cartel website. So if you are interested, just simply go into your search engine and type in Carmina Masoliver and Big Cartel, and the page should come up. So this is a poem that was also, as well as being published in the Nasty Little Intro series, was also recorded by Muddy Feet Poetry, and it actually has the text alongside it, so it's quite an interesting one if you wanted to look that up on YouTube. It's quite cool the way that they've done it. And yeah, this small chapbook was published a few years ago by Luke Wright's press, Nasty Little Press, and so it was, yeah, a really cool time where I also got to perform at Latitude and was performing lots of other different festivals, and Latitude was particularly amazing for the dedicated poetry stage that it had. So actually, and I think yeah, this weekend Latitude is actually up and running, so yeah, I think there's certain events that are being tested out, and yeah, hopefully by this time next year we'll be in person doing this. So This poem is about being digitally native and it's called Computer Generated Images. We grew up on HTML. Love was a cartoon heart, pink or red. We dissected some cold slab of meat in science labs. And with that, every Disney film turned dirty. We would publicise our most private thoughts, kidding ourselves it was poetry when it was catharsis at best. Love was chat rooms and MSN. Love was XXX. Love was taken back to the times of courtly love. Letters on screens and stomachs would flip, not with the touch or grip of your crush, but a bedroom blush at the flash from offline to online. Love was romance, love was distance, love was a flicker in the periphery, but it always ended in a request for a naked photograph. ASL, canilink.com, hearts. We grew up on HTML. We edited our lives to make them look better with sepia and high contrast, with hearts and smileys. We proclaimed our friends as the best in the world, placed them on pedestals, but cried to ourselves at night when we weren't number one on their top friends list on MySpace. We grew up on HTML, but we never truly understood the language. We communicated a love that was not love at all. So around the time of this book's publication, there was a lot going on to do with the No More Page 3 campaign, and myself and other poets and different people were campaigning against having Page 3, which essentially, I guess, is to do with it being a family newspaper, sort of having this objectification of women and how that is kind of problematic. It's quite a complex issue that has, I think, different nuances to it and connects to other different things, but on this issue, this was how I wrote about it at the time, and it's called Paradise. The curve of her breasts reflects the eye of the camera lens. Flash, flicker, flash, fake hair and fake eyelashes and lashes of vinegar, with a chest good enough to eat chips off. And it's glam, 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 oh, I am who I am. But how did she get here? Because there are girls daydreaming over coffee tables, the morning paper telling fables about a future of padded bras and saving cash, another scalpel, another gash towards perfection. Her body an investment. And it's not her fault a woman's worth is determined since its birth to be. And it's not her fault that a woman's worth is determined since her birth to be her body, to be her sex, to be questioned on her self-respect. Whenever she stands naked in a room full of wolves with clothes as soft as lamb's wool, a girl always at the gaze of the guys. Wolf whistled on the street since she was 13. See, who needs an education when you got a pair of double D's? Now she needs to reclaim her body, shower away your judgment because your eyes made her dirty. Fooled her into thinking you cared about the caption beside her head. Fooled her into thinking this was a choice she made and now her bed is laid. She wonders if this is the only way to assert her power in the world. And as her picture is spread like butter on breakfast toast, there is born another girl, dreaming of paradise, wondering what she wants to be when she grows up. So yeah, this is a live recording, and so you get the beauty of all the kind of stumbling around words that you might get in an in-person performance. So you're welcome. And this is the second time I recorded it because the time cut off due to space. So I'm hoping that this one will fully record and that my phone also will not die. So the next set of poems. So we're about halfway through. I'm going to focus now on my newest collection, which I've just titled Selected Poems 2007 to 2012. I have been seriously writing and performing my work for over a decade now, and I really wanted something that would capture that time from my early career as a poet. And so a lot of these poems have, well, this whole small pamphlet I self-published, and I just wanted to have this kind of time capsule of that time, and so the poems are directly taken from a much larger collection that I produced as part of my MA in Creative Entrepreneurship, which was a course I did that is basically like a survival guide for artists, any kind of artists. And yeah, the idea was then to become self-employed, but I didn't do that. I got a job, and it's only now I'm about 4 years into being self-employed, and really interested in talking about that. If anyone wants to get in contact and ask me about this kind of thing, then that would be cool. And so yeah, so some of the poems that I have in this collection are not necessarily things that I'd write now. Some of them I might not even agree with everything that I've written, and yeah, it's definitely, I'm gonna focus on the ones that are a bit more kind of rhymey. Not all of the poems in this rhyme, but the ones in here do tend to lend themselves more to performance than the other shorter non-rhyming ones. So I thought I would do the ones that I usually would have performed back in the day. And this poem was, I actually remember performing it as support for Kay Tempest, who also quoted the the words back to me at the end, and they said they liked it, so that was cool. And so it has good memories of that. And I also did it in Glam Slam. I remember being fun, dressing up and stuff. So yeah, this is called Fancy Dress. In this same natural fancy dress, always propping the same face on the same palms and letting it be reflected from the looking glass. I am a doll, drawing and colouring in my face, mouth poised, ready for a kiss, ringlets ready to get messed up. I am wearing my party dress. I am rage, screaming in my ears, reds and black ripped fishnets, metal ready to draw blood. I am wearing my armour. I am a whore, flesh exposed, easy access through this silk, slip a hand on my thigh, I won't mind. I am wearing my sex, or is it gender? I am an intellectual, glasses and BHDs, book in hand, pen in mouth. I am wearing my pencil skirt. I am new rave and new grave. I can't decide. Bright colours, dark black. I am wearing a way to hide. I am ghetto. Hoop earrings on show, mispronouncing my words that my mother tells me end in T. I am wearing roots and childhood tracksuits. I am a dancer. Leggings, leotards and lead spread cartwheels in your head to make you think I'm good in bed. I am wearing music. I am a drama queen, my mouth wide open, microphone, loudspeaker, spotlight, audience. I am wearing a mask. I am a sailor, anchor around my neck, thinking cap, Google map and ready to take you away. I am wearing stripes of past mockery. I am a poet. Let me read to you. I am naked. I give you ugliness. I give you beauty as I stand here in this fancy dress. So this next one was a poem that I wrote as part of my art foundation. And so this collection, so Circles was illustrated in mainly pencil by myself. And the same with this, but it's a mixed media collection, so there's collage and paint and pencil and photography and found objects. And so yeah, this includes images from my installation that I did as part of my final piece for my art foundation at Central St Martin's, and it's called Childhood. Felt hearts floating in the air, torn apart, made the people stare, cause there's stuff coming out, it's bleeding and secreting, but there's a thud thud thud, cause this heart's still beating, trapped in a box, but music is playing a set of scales, rocks awaiting the weighing, measuring out life's portions to compare and contrast. How long does this feeling of pain or happiness last? Submerged in a pit, surrounded by balls, silent you sit in pink polka dot walls. This room is a dream where past memories emerge, and life as you know it takes time to converge. Glass smashed, there is damage and scars, seemingly clashed from milk bottles to bars, and the years dissolve like an Alka-Seltzer, and lost love eats you up like a cancer. Blossoms so pink and lip-sucking lollipops, mouthwash spat in sinks, using towels as mops. Got to be clean, so pristine that it sparkles like glitter, but if you mix things too much, the taste turns quite bitter. The worth of paint, the cost of everything, butterflies, waiters, ballet shoes hang from string, words fly in this vacuum, make it dirty, makes a mess, seams break and colours fade in your favourite dress. So this next one is, I believe, a pantoum, if I remember correctly from when I wrote it, and yeah, it's beside an illustrated a painting. So yes, it looks a bit like that, and yeah, it's quite dark, and yeah, the picture and the poem of an ex-boyfriend, but I really quite like something about this piece, so I hope you get something from it too. It's called Strings. You pluck the strings, my heart quavers, cries. You sing the song and my body sighs. My heart quavers, cries for your change in rhythm, and my body sighs with each incision. But your change in rhythm makes me manic. With each incision I can't help but panic, because you make me whole, dear. With what your voice brings, you have the control, dear. You pluck the strings. And so this next one was also written around the same time of being at Central St Martin's and becoming more politically engaged as well, and I think it touches on that. It's called The Man. They whitewashed Banksy on the wall near art school and called it vandalism. They want to get the artists and lock them up in prison. They want everything plain, they want everything new. They want no colour in the world, won't let us paint the grey skies blue. When there are rainbows, they can only see the rain. When they report the news, they only tell us of the pain. The world is just a car crash of murders, robberies and prejudice. But did they ever contemplate how it came to be like this? Just a mass of broken screams, running wild, chaotic reams, bumping into shadows of fear, to just get lost in another beer. Vomit stains the pavements with talk of headstone engravements. Well, we all have to die of something, so it might as well be this. I'll choke on my paint, stab my liver in the back, singing ignorance is bliss. And I'm just going to do 3 more if I can squeeze them in. This is one of my more feminist ones. It's very tongue-in-cheek and it's called Natural Woman. There's no such thing as natural beauty, but looking good is just a woman's duty. So pile high the powder and plaster on the smile, cause honey, looking ugly is never gonna be in style. With body hair you look a state, so pluck, shave, wax and epilate. To hear him say your place or mine, you need to get that salon perfect shine. So shampoo, blow dry and straighten every day, and say goodbye to flyaways. Sit-ups and daily trips to the gym are good to help you keep so slim. Count calories in salads and other fun food, just so you don't break down at your reflection in the nude. Buy pretty clothes and accessories for men to give compliments, just so they can find a way into your pants. With an implant here and a nip tuck there, you'll be happy to front around in just your underwear. So yes, that one was just like a funny little one. And then I think I'm just actually gonna do two very quick ones then, and try to edit these 3 videos together. You do have the live element of me stumbling over my words sometimes, as you would in an in-person, so you're welcome. And this is a kind of love poem. It's called Skin. When you touch my skin, you seem to say I want you. When our lips meet, they whisper in silence, I need you. When you look at my fingers and lead them through the strands of your hair, they spell out in sea-washed sand, I love you. When you run your hands over my body, squeeze me, have me, hold me, ink stains my skin, writing promises into the ball of my foot, to the curve of my thigh, you draw heart shapes on my hips, and then kiss me goodbye. So that one and the strings one, both fine examples of me being a dramatic teenage poet. And now for the last one, dedicated to poets. It's called Poets and Pubs. Lines of forgotten poetry lay in our bellies, lost on the tip of our tongues, with each regretful swig, because we are told booze and writing go together like bread and butter and knives and forks and fingers and pens, but we forgot the pad of paper to write down our amazing ideas, our epiphanies, our hilarities, our deepest feelings in that moment, so we scramble for a beer mat or a napkin, a rarity. We make do with the table as our canvas, use ketchup and salt sachets, instead annoying the bartender who, after closing, sighs, those bloody poets. So thank you so much, and hope to see you in person. And again, do look me up. I'm Carmina Masoliver. Buy books from my big cartel and enjoy the rest of the entertainment.